Hello everyone, my name is Andrew Mitchell and I'm here to present a user guide for our multimodal interactive paint application me and my partner Garrett Lemieux built from scratch. Here's the basic user interface of the application, with the touchscreen plugged in. We can simply tap the touchscreen to pull up various menus located around the screen. We can change colors of our drawing, switch to various shapes, and change some brush settings such as its size, the alpha coloring, as well as changing shapes to be filled. We can enable a symmetry line which will reflect any drawing we perform over the axis. Of course, with our application we can draw by touching and dragging our fingers outside any of the user interface buttons. A layering system has also been implemented. If we simply touch one of the layers, it will swap with our first layer. We can then draw on this layer in a different color and swap back to see how the shapes jump from the top of each other. In addition, we can drag the slider located on the left of the layer visualization menu to change the alpha, also known as transparency, of the layer, making these two circles more invisible by sliding the green dot up and more visible by sliding it down. Next, we have the basic way to write text in the application. You can tap the A key and then tap anywhere on the screen. The program then calls up a touch keyboard you can use by pressing any buttons. You can even drag it around by touching the outside rim and dragging your finger. Currently, the keyboard can change between a few fonts as well as support for holding down a shift key. Simply tap the Done button on the keyboard or anywhere on the screen that doesn't have a keyboard to shut it down and save your text. Next, we can undo any sort of drawing, including text, by tapping this green arrow known as our Undo button. The button undoes any drawing performed on the active layer. The MultiTouch also has two more buttons located in the bottom left mode box. This box is used to see the current status of the program. As you can see, we're currently drawing with green filled circles, so any sort of drawing will be green filled circles. In addition, we can see the currently activated devices. Currently, the MultiTouch is plugged in, indicated by the blue box in the top left corner, as well as the Leap Motion device, indicated by the green box. The RealSense device will show a yellow box, while the EyeX device will show a red box when they are plugged in. We can hit the settings cog in the bottom left corner of the mode box to open a few settings. We can cycle through various backgrounds, one of which is a checkerboard pattern, which will save your image with a transparent background when you have to save it to your hard drive. The other backgrounds will save as a solid background color. We can also toggle frames per second. When you hit this button, we can see the frame rate at the program at the top right. Next, we have the device modes button. This button gives the user control over which devices he wants to use at the moment and which functionality they want to use. Currently, we see the green box next to the MultiTouch indicating that it is on, while the RealSense device and its more specific functionalities are disabled and shown by a black box. We can tap the words MultiTouch to toggle it off, disabling any sort of MultiTouch interaction outside this menu, so we can no longer draw by dragging our finger across the surface. Next, we will show the MultiTouch in action. As you can see, a touch surface is simple. We can drag our finger across the screen to draw, or open menus by tapping the screen. The two-finger tap is one gesture implemented. We can also do an extended touch, as well as a double tap gesture. The two-finger tap gesture will simply cycle through colors, while the extended tap gesture will cycle through different shapes. Our final multi-touch gesture, the double tap, will open up a radial menu which currently has 4 buttons. The buttons include the Undo button, a Cycle Shape button, a Cycle Colors button, as well as a Toggle UI button which will shut down the mode box and the mode buttons in the top left corner. Next, we'll give a brief demo of the Leap Motion controller, an infrared device that detects your hand position in 3D space. To draw with the Leap Motion device, simply move your hand forward until the green circles disappear, and then you can begin drawing. In addition to drawing, we have Leap gesture functionality. One such is the swipe gesture, which will change the colors. In addition, we also have a counterclockwise gesture and a clockwise gesture that will open a menu and select options in the menu, such as saving, color change, shape change, as well as turning off the menu. In addition, we have a finger tap gesture that will save the image. Now we can go back and turn off gestures and enable draw and draw with our new shape and color. Here's the leap motion drawing inside the application. You can see green circles indicating where the leap is reading your fingers. The circles get darker the closer you get towards the draw zone. Once they penetrate the draw zone, you begin drawing. Retract your hands to stop drawing the shapes. Here are some of the gestures, including the swipe, the keyboard tap, as well as the circle gestures inside the application. The next device we'll showcase is the Tobii EyeX. With the EyeX, simply move your pupils around the screen so it can perform gaze tracking. Inside the application, you can see where the EyeX is reading your gaze by the two circles running around the screen. With the EyeX running, you can move your eyes to the mode box in the bottom right to pull it up, as well as the mode buttons at the top left corner to pull them up. In addition, when you press the space bar on your keyboard, it'll calculate your eye position and change shape accordingly. Next, we'll showcase the RealSense device and its gesture and drawing capabilities. Here we have Garrett performing some of the RealSense gestures. First up is the smile gesture. Next we have the kiss gesture, as well as the puffy cheek gesture. Following that, we have the eyebrow raise, as well as just sticking your tongue out at the camera a little bit. In addition to gesture recognition, the RealSense can also do drawing by using your hand. Simply move it towards the camera to begin drawing the shape and retract it when you want to end the shape. Now let's see the RealSense inside our application. We can draw with the RealSense device as shown previously. Similar to the leap motion, we can see a yellow circle indicating if you are preparing to draw. It will disappear once you begin drawing. When drawing with the RealSense, it is much less accurate than both the touch and the leap motion device. Next, we'll look at how the gestures perform inside the application. First, we can see the smile and how it changes the shape that we're currently using. If we do an eyebrow raise, it'll actually erase the previous draws. Puffing up your cheeks will then change the color that we're using, as well as sticking your tongue out will toggle symmetry on and off. Finally, kissing at the RealSense will toggle on and off the user interface. That's all for the user guide, and thanks for watching.